Diddley had a dream so big it made him feel all giddy. He loved UFC, the fights and the thrills, so he started a podcast to share all the chills. Oh, Diddley's on the mic with the final strike, talking UFC, NFTs all night. From the octagon to the blockchain, he's got the hype. Tune in, listen up, it's the final strike. Fights, every punch and kick, analyze the moves, every trick and flick, comparing each fighter, their strengths and flaws. Diddley's insights would leave you in awe. Oh, Diddley's on the mic with the final strike, talking UFC, NFTs all night. From the octagon to the blockchain, he's got the hype. Tune in, listen up, it's the final strike. Every punch and kick, analyze the moves, every trick and flick, comparing each fighter, their strengths and flaws. Diddley's insights will leave you in awe. Oh, Diddley's on the mic with the final strike, talking UFC, NFTs all night. From the octagon to the blockchain, he's got the hype. Tune in, listen up, it's the final strike. NFTs and fighters, a digital blend. Diddley's got the scoop, he's always on trend. From rare collectibles to the latest bout, the Final Strike podcast, there's never a doubt. From afar they gather around for Diddley's insights, the best in town. With every episode his fame would grow. The Final Strike podcast, the ultimate show. Even when the market's tough and times are lean, Diddley's resilience shines, he's always keen. Through highs and lows he stands his ground. In the world of UFC he's renowned. Oh, Diddley's on the mic with the final strike, talking UFC, NFTs all night. From the octagon to the blockchain, he's got the hype. Tune in, listen up, it's the final strike. Podcast dream, bringing UFC and NFTs to the mainstream. With every word he lights up the night. The Final Strike podcast shining so bright.
Whoa, why has it got me in the small screen? My bad, y'all. Happy Saturday. We are back. UFC was off last week for Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day to everybody out here. Appreciate you guys popping in today. A little fight night action tonight. Had a fight canceled. 10 fight cards, pretty small. Not the best names on there, but we'll talk about it. There should be some interesting matchups for sure, but glad to see everybody popping in on this fine Saturday. We do have a big giveaway, and get your TFSPs in the chat. That's going to be for that Peyton Talbot signed glove. Posted a picture of that in Discord, and I'll pop my screen up here in a second so everybody can see it again. But yeah, we got this shout out to Recoil, man. My boy came through. Appreciate you. Donated that. So winner's gonna get that glove. So get your TFSPs in the chat, and we're gonna run that giveaway at the end of the show. Show shouldn't be too long today. Not too much going on with Strike because no challenge. We got a community challenge we'll talk about briefly. Go over what we got outstanding in the rewards pool. And then we'll just talk about that main card real quick, and we'll keep it moving. Keep it moving. Don't think I'll be staying awake until 5 a.m. Yeah, I don't blame you, Del Boy. I don't blame you, brother. I do not blame you. But get your TFSPs in the chat, everybody. Hit the thumbs up on the video, like the video, and let's get into it. Let me pop my screen up here. All right, let me see if I can make this a little bigger. It's a little tough because, the little chat box in the right side. But pretty much your meat and potatoes is right here. It's community challenge. But the nice nod here was it was like a flash challenge. First time I've seen them do something like this. So first 100 completions or Monday. But I'm pretty sure we already hit the 100. So gonna get the Brahmaj uncommons, and then there is a raffle for 2 epics in there of the people who completed, the 100 folks who completed. So we're at 97. All right, so we're almost there. Almost there, and it's done. So that's pretty cool. I think regular challenges should be structured that way too. I mean, 5 days, whatever it is kind of a long time in my opinion. But back in the day, challenges. When did the challenges end? On Tuesday? They used to end on Tuesday. Now it's Wednesday. So yeah. But not too bad. I like that little spin that they threw on it. So I just wanted to highlight that on the community challenge. With that said, I'll just move on real quick here. Like I said, not too much going on with Strike. Maybe, I don't know. It seems like the week that there's a fight, we have we don't have a challenge, but then the file maybe they're waiting to see the results, kind of like a few weeks ago. Maybe they're waiting to see the results of the fight, and then like winner Blanchfield or Barber probably gets a challenge made next week. Maybe that's my prediction, but who knows? We'll see. We'll see. What's the folks saying? Didn't do pick'ems this week for Strike. The join button wouldn't work, so I just gave up. Yeah, I was having a little bit of difficulty as well. I forgot how I don't know if had to get the app to get in, or I had to get the app, log in the app, and then go on the desktop site and then use the link. But some along those lines, I was able to get in, but it wasn't easy. Wasn't easy by no means. Wasn't easy by no means, for sure. 24-hour no mercy challenges. I'm down with that. Bro. Like, fights end, whoever lost, you got to burn them, or whoever won, you got to collect them by Sunday night, type deal. I'm down with that. What's the verdict on verdict? I don't know, man. I haven't done my picks yet. I was gonna do them in a little bit, but first verdict, first reviews wasn't the easiest thing to get logged in there, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think the whole main reason for it is just to kind of take a little bit off of Alex's plate. I do the pick'ems in my server, and it is pretty tedious. I mean, I have the bot and everything that kind of makes things somewhat simpler for me, but I do spend getting it set up, and then let's call it getting it set up, and updating it and finalizing it. Call it 1 hour. 1 solid hour, not the whole time, because obviously you got to wait for the results of the fight, but it's about an hour's worth of work on and off. But yeah, I think that's kind of what the reasoning was, but we'll see how it plays out. I'm not against it. Verdict's been around for a long time. A lot of people use that website for either taking a look and seeing if a fight was close, questionable. They'll go to verdict to see what, all the verdict scorecards look like. They used to post them all the time on socials. They kind of stopped doing that lately, whenever there's close fights, but they used to post it all the time. Whenever there was like a close fight or something, you'd see the verdict scorecard on Instagram, the picture, or on Twitter somewhere all the time. But yeah, in terms of what we have outstanding, so we got that Michael Morales that just finished up last week. That's a rare. Then we have the 2 moments from UFC 315, which is the Brad Katona uncommon, as well as the Bilal Muhammad champion. And then we are just missing right here our Carlos Prates rare from when he fought Ian Gary back about a month ago. So that's what we're missing. Total of 4 moments in the hopper that we have outstanding. So maybe we'll get some this week. I don't know, hopefully. Because it's about a month out from that card, over a month out from this card. So we'll see. We'll see when those come out the hopper. But that's pretty much all we got going on with UFC Strike. So not too much. I did the marketplace update last week, so I'll maybe do one next week or something. Or the following. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. But that's pretty much all we got with Strike. So we'll move on to the fight card. It's gonna be looking like a quick show today, which I don't mind. Nothing wrong with a quickie. Ain't that right? So we got Fight Night Blanchfield versus Barber in the Apex. The UFC Apex getting some action. Had some little, cards got a lot of problems. Couple weight misses. So Macy missed weight. Somebody else missed weight on the card. Filo. Nascimento missed weight. So we had 2 weight misses, and we also had a canceled bout. Trevin Giles versus Gustafson was supposed to be on the card. A lot of people were looking forward to that fight. It looked like it was a good one on paper. Should have been a fan-friendly fight for sure. But oh well. Verdict looks really interactive. Seems like it'll be fun when it's running properly. Yeah, I think once we start getting picks going and the data starts filling in, it should be fun. Should be fun, but time will tell. After this card, it's 4 weeks of really fun looking fights. Yeah, very, very true. And we touched on that little summer schedule coming up here last week, but yeah, we got some on the horizon. Got some good ones. And I'm excited. I'm excited for it. All right. Let's start here at the bottom. And like this card, it's interesting, but like there's a lot of pretty gnarly favorites, man, honestly. And I think majority of them are going to win. But we got Dusko versus Zachary Reese. Reese, he's been doing all right. He's been doing okay. He lost his last one. He got KO'd, but made a quick work of Marquez, but that really hasn't aged well. Medina, decision, not bad. Lost by KO to Bikoev. Dusko, not the best in his last few either. He's been getting knocked out a lot. Did win by KO a few. So he's living and dying by the sword, essentially. One thing I do think that Reese has, Reese is probably the better athlete in this fight. He's probably quicker, more explosive, and he's bigger. He's the bigger dude. Usually has problems when he's fighting those other guys that are, either his size or close to it, those bigger middleweights, but he's definitely going to have a pretty big size and reach advantage here, and I think he's going to be able to use that to his advantage, probably mixing some grappling too. If things, might get a little hairy for him in there, he'll definitely mix in the grappling, but I think Reese turns it around and gets it done against Dusko. And Reese by KO is plus 105. They don't think the fight's going to go the distance. It's pretty much KO under Total rounds under 2.5 rounds, plus 250. I like that. I like that. That's a nice little out of that fight. Maybe that's the one I'd like out of it all. But yeah, I'm gonna roll with Reese on this one to start us off on that main card. Next up, we got Ketlin Vieira versus Macy Chasson. And I wasn't a very big Chasson believer until some of her last few fights. She's looked pretty solid, bro. Buena Silva, she pretty much dominated her in there. Pani, she's pretty. I mean, she's tall, bro. 5'11". That's tall for a woman, regardless of weight class. And yeah, it gives a lot of girls problems in there. That reach and height that she has. So she's got a 4-inch reach advantage. Mixes in the grappling really well. She's tough, bro. She's really tough. And I think the line was a little bit. I think it was a little bit heavier, maybe, but it's gotten a little closer. What do we got here? They don't think a sub's going to happen. They don't think a knockout's going to happen. They do think that the fight will go the distance. Yeah, I mean, I could see it. Both ladies are pretty tough. Vieira, I mean, she hits pretty hard. But she's she's not putting anybody out. Not really dominating fights either, because you could see a lot of split decisions. And decisions in general. Lost to Harrison. That was a pretty interesting fight, though, when she fought Harrison. So, I mean, it's close. It's close. It's close. But I just think you can't really, I mean, unless you're sparring with guys that are 5'11", in the gym, I think it's going to be kind of hard to mimic a Macy Chasson, in the training camps. Same age. It's close, man. You got a little bit more grappling coming here this way, but I definitely think Ketlin's got the power advantage for sure if she lands a big one. Let's take a look at yeah. So lost to Pennington, lost to Aldana. Schedule's a little light for Chasson in comparison to Vieira. Schedule's a little light. Both lost to Rocky Pennington. Both beat Panny. She got wins over Home and Tate, but I mean, 3 and 4 years ago is not too bad. Lost to Aldana as well. Yeah, they got losses to the same chicks. She's been fighting forever too. Time to take a look at the age. 33, man. She's been fighting for a minute. I don't know. I kind of like that strength of schedule for Vieira after looking things through. I'm high on Chasson, but I don't know. She's been in there with some tough people, all different types of styles. It's a tough one. But I think I'm gonna roll with the doggy. My liaison is with Chasson. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's close. I think it's gonna be a close fight. That size is just really the X factor here. It's gonna be interesting to see how Vieira can overcome the size difference, but based on her, her strength of schedule, man, her experience. I think she'll find a way. She'll figure it out. I'm gonna roll with Vieira. Next up, Dustin Jacoby, back in action. against Bruno Lopez. Should be a fun scrap. Bruno does like to mix in the takedowns and does like to grapple a little bit. So Jacoby will have to be on the lookout for that. But he has been pretty good getting back to his feet. That knockout that I was in attendance for last December, the UFC Tampa, Petrino, insane, bro. Third round knockout, it was insane. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Can he pull off another one of those? Because he's like living, dying by the sword. He got KO'd by Reyes. Kennedy knocked out Kennedy, but Kennedy moved up weight class. But some of the tougher competition he's lost to. Take a look at Bruno. Bruno. Second fight in the UFC. Coming off the Contender Series with KO. LFA Contender Series. He got KO'd, then he came back and KO'd. Okay. Let me take a look here. A lot of subs. On his record, on his resume. I do like Dustin's experience for sure. Definitely a fan of his experience, all that kickboxing experience. But this guy definitely could be a problem on the ground if he gets a hold of our boy. Plus 950 on his sub. That might be one to watch. But pre-fight, if I got to pick somebody, I got to go with the more experienced Dustin Jacoby, battle-tested. Even though he's 37, he was 37 5 months ago and knocked out an up-and-coming stud that everybody was really high on. And he did it in the third round. Didn't do it in the first round. He did it in the third round, which even says that he's still got the tank and he can still put people out late in fight. And yeah, pre-fight, I'm going to roll with Jacoby. But hey, if you're thinking of a little sprinkle, this probably, because there's no way he's going to beat Dustin Jacoby standing. This guy's been kickboxing for 25 years. Keep hitting the mic, my bad. But yeah, if he wins, it's going to have to be by a subby, I think. It's going to have to be by a subby. So it's a nice little sprinkle there. Uh-oh. We're back. Next up, Billy Goff versus Ramiz Brahimaj. Jacoby was flatlined by Reyes. Anything can happen. So you're telling me Bruno Lopez is the same striker as, or similar striker as Dominic Reyes? Got similar hands? Reyes is 6'4", too. This guy, your boy Bruno's 6'2". He's shorter. Just saying. Got a 2-inch reach advantage. I'm pretty sure Reyes had a reach advantage on him as well. But anything can absolutely happen. Oh, show. Well, I mean, like I said, if you're going to stand and bang with him, dude's got like 50 kickboxing fights on his record, bro. It's like sitting there and standing and striking with, Adesanya or Chama as somebody with their second fight in the UFC. I don't know, bro. I don't think it's a good idea. But let's move on. Billy Goff, Brahimaj. This should be an interesting fight, man. People are really, really high on Billy Ray Goff. 26 years old, been killing people. Very, very just like a ball of energy, dude. This guy is just all gas. He's on a little TKO run, KOs and KOing, and then ended up losing to Mr. Waters last year at a fight that I was at as well. What you got for me, Richard? Golf is nothing to scoff at, but my spidey senses say Brahimai by KO. You know, I kind of like Brahimai too. I ain't lying. As you can see, got a shitload of volume coming from Golf. Like I said, it's like a little tornado. As soon as the fight starts, the guy's just a tornado. The best way to describe him. Up, down, strikes, shooting takedowns, all over the place. It's going to be interesting to see. Brahmai's coming off that first round KO against Mickey Gall, which was pretty impressive. Lost to Themba, but had 2 fights in 2024 and hasn't fought since. So first one here, not too bad. Not too bad. Let's take, and we just took a look at Golf's record, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Rahmai is pretty tough. He is pretty tough. He's pretty tough. What do they think? Over unders at 1.5. So they think this fight is not going the distance by no means, and they think Golf is going to KO Brahimai. Brahimai by KO is plus 1400. Pretty nuts. Let's take a quick peek at some of these guys' losses in their careers. So he has a unanimous decision. So Golf was TKO'd by doctor stoppage. So not necessarily by somebody knocking him out. So he's never really, or submitted. So he's never been finished in his career. So another thing to note. And I believe Ramiz definitely has way more UFC experience. Been fighting in the organization for 5 years, but has lost by knockout once, and that was his UFC debut against Max Payne Griffin. Probably was on short notice. That's usually how those debuts go as well. But he did go 3 rounds and got knocked out in the third. But the rest of his UFC career has been a little up, down, up, down, up, down. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. But I think I'm going to lean on the experience, man. I'm going to lean on the experience. He's been training with a lot of good guys. I'm going to take the underdog, Brahimai. Yeah, he loses every other fight for real. Hopefully he can change it this week and get a little streak going, man. Get it going. But I'm going to roll with Brahimai. Co-main event. Grappler's Delight. Mateusz Gamrot versus Ludovic Klein. Where's Never Felt It? Don't forget to get your TFSPs in the chat. Peyton Talbot glove up for grabs. Don't forget. But yeah, Gamrot versus Klein is going to be a tough one, bro. Yep, there it is. Klein! Make sure you let Never Felt It know we gave him the nod here today for his boy Ludovic Klein. But honestly, Klein, after that fight against Bahamondes, he's been winning decisions, bro. But I don't think he's fought anybody nearly as good as Gamrot. Gamrot has been waiting to fight somebody in the top. Gamrot is significantly taller, 3 inches, but Klein has a 2.5 inch, 2-inch reach advantage, which is pretty interesting. But as you can see, our boy Gamrot loves to spam the takedowns, as we all know. Usually just spams the takedowns, gasses people out. Did lose to Dan Hooker in that split decision his last time out. But I got some good wins, man. Fiziev, Dos Anjos. I think the Fiziev was the Fiziev. No, did he beat Fiziev? No, Fiziev injured his knee. Fiziev injured his knee. But he got Turner, lost to Dariush. Like, he's fought some of the top guys, bro. Armin. He got to win over Armin, guys. He got to win over Armin. How are you going to pick against this dude? I'm going with Gamrot, dog. I'm going with Gamrot. Just looking at his experience, dude's, yeah. I don't think there's anything Klein's going to show him in there that he hasn't seen already. And being that Klein's a shorter guy, it's going to be even harder for Klein to even hit the dude. Yeah, I'm rolling with Gamrot. Probably by decision. Because Klein is a pretty tough dude. Yeah, Hooker was Hooker, I don't know what he was on, but he was there to scrap for sure. But I'm rolling with Gamrot, the gamer. Mataush. And lastly, our main event of the evening. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. So, Blanchfield versus Barber. Now, we do know Macy missed weight, looked like a skeleton, zombie / whatever you want to call it on the scales yesterday. Blanchfield looked like a professional ready to go. Yeah, man. Honestly, in the beginning, I was like, okay, maybe it's going to be a little closer than we all think. And then the more I started thinking about it, I came to the realization that Blanchfield is probably going to make this look relatively easy. I just think, I mean, if you look who she's beat, Andrade, Tyler Santos, who almost took the belt from Valentina, did lose to Manon Fior, but it was a super close fight, and she went 5 rounds with her. And then Rose, she did beat Rose Namajunas. So, I mean, strength of schedule, 1,000% in favor of Blanchfield. Barber, on the other hand, has been in the promotion for longer, but just doesn't fight as much or as often. Has some good wins, but like so 2 fights in 2022, 2 fights in 2023, and then only 1 fight in 2024. And then you got wins over, lost to Alexa, lost to Roxanne Modafferi way back when, but Miranda Maverick, Jessica I on the way out, and Andrea Lee, Caitlin Sermonara, Hebas. Yeah, Blanchfield's definitely beat girls that are way tougher. Yeah, she did. I remember that. She destroyed her, busted her up. And yeah, there she is right there. Yep. But honestly, I think Blanchfield's gonna win, and I might throw a little on the sub. Might throw a little on the subby. Why not? They think the fight does go the distance. Over under is 1.5. Not too bad. Take the over on that. The over is minus 800. But yeah. Definitely gonna go with Blanchfield for sure. Definitely gonna go with Blanchfield. That's all there is to it today. Round 3 subby, Glowed. Round 3 subby. All right. Yeah, I think she might get a sub. I think she might get a sub. All right, just in time, brother. Just in time. About to run the givey. Last call to get your TFSPs in the chat because we are going to wrap it up now. Let me get that picture. Let me get you that picture. I'll post it in the Strike Discord here. There it is. Get your TFSPs in the chat. Kick stream has been real so good to hear that, brother. Everybody else enjoying the kick stream, doing all right? How's it? How's the interface? It looks like it's pretty solid, bro. I could add some stuff to it. Like there's like, it's got some customization pieces to it. Like I could add, specific emojis for the channel. Working great. All right, cool. Hey. I like it. We kicking it on Kick. All right, for sure. I think, if it works out good, we're probably going to just do the lives on Kick, and then I'll just post the replays always. The replays will always be on YouTube, so we'll see how it goes. But last call, everybody. Get your TFSPs in the chat so we could run this glove. We got 33 people in there. I'm going to give it another minute. Let's do another 10 seconds, 15 seconds. If RRX isn't complaining, you must be doing something. My man. That's freaking hilarious. That is funny. Good shit. All right, everybody. Good luck. Gonna run the glove in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. That's some funny stuff. There's probably going to be poker today too. C-Dub. Oh man, he hit it. Congrats, bro. My man C-Dub hits the glove, my bro. Congratulations, dog. Congratulations. I'll get you linked up with our boy Recoil and get it shipped out to you, my man. Congrats. And with that said, that's enough of the screen. Appreciate everybody hanging out. I'm sure Rios is going to get the poker cooking here in a little bit. My man C-Dub, congrats, bro. Congrats. Poker probably going to be starting up in a little bit. Don't forget to get your pick'ems done. The new strike format on Verdict. If you're not aware, make sure you go check it out. Alex posted all the information yesterday. And that's pretty much it, y'all. Until next time, next week, UFC 316, Newark, New Jersey, O'Malley versus Merab 2. We'll be here and we'll talk all about it. And we'll also have some good giveaways for you guys too next week. Maybe a pay-per-view code or something. But until then, I'm out. Peace.
had a dream so big it made him feel all giddy. He loved UFC, the fights and the thrills, so he started a podcast to share all the chills. He's on the mic with the final strike, talking UFC, NFTs all night. From the octagon to the blockchain, he's got the hype. Tune in, listen up, it's the final strike. Break down the fights, every punch and kick, analyze the moves, every trick and flick, comparing each fighter, their strengths and flaws. Diddley's insights would leave you in awe. Oh, Diddley's on the mic with the final strike, talking UFC, NFTs all night. From the octagon to the blockchain, he's got the hype. Tune in, listen up, it's the final strike. Break down the fights, every punch and kick, analyze the moves, every trick and flick, comparing each fighter, their strengths and flaws. Diddley's insights will leave you in awe. Oh, Diddley's on the mic with the final strike, talking UFC, NFTs all night. From the octagon to the blockchain, he's got the hype. Tune in, listen up, it's the final strike. NFTs and fighters, a digital blend. Diddley's got the scoop, he's always on trend. From rare collectibles to the latest bout, the Final Strike podcast, there's never a doubt. From afar they gather round for Diddley's insights, the best in town. With every episode his fame would grow. The Final Strike podcast, the ultimate show. Even when the market's tough and times are lean, Diddley's resilience shines, he's always keen. Through highs and lows he stands his ground. In the world of UFC he's renowned. Oh, Diddley's on the mic with the final strike, talking UFC, NFTs all night. From the octagon to the blockchain, he's got the hype. Tune in, listen up, it's the final strike. Podcast dream, bringing UFC and NFTs to the mainstream. With every word he lights up the night. The Final Strike podcast shining so bright.